back to my show. Today I'm going to show you how to turn the pork fat into the grease and make the pork cracklings. Um, it's a great snack addition to many different foods. So you go to your butcher and then ask for the fat part, which is found on the skin. So they remove the skin and then you're left with this fat part. So depend how old is the pig, this is how to take the this fat. It's gonna be, mine was pretty young, I would think, because it's not as fat, but you get what you get when you buy it at store. So you will be cutting this into the bite-sized pieces, so until you get it all done. Because the smaller the pieces, the faster the grease will happen, and then also like really it's just easier to handle and for eating and baking and all that stuff if you have it at smaller pieces. So you put this in the oven and then let it melt, and until you start to getting to brown a little bit. People say to add milk to it. You can, or you don't have to, but apparently you will get the better color or darker color of the cracklings. But I think that can be achieved without the milk as well. It's your choice. So once it's all done, you have to handle this while it's all hot. Be careful you don't burn yourself, but it's easier to handle while it's hot, to separate the grease from the cracklings. You're supposed to get a clear liquid, and then you're gonna be storing this in the mason jars. They are really the best. So any size is good for you. Smaller, the larger, whichever, because this is how you're gonna be handling while cooking. So you drain your clear liquid, and while it's gonna cool, it's gonna become in the solid form and also change the color into the white. So while your pieces have been draining, you also want to squeeze out any excess of the fat that's inside. It's up to you. Some people, they just leave it as it is, but depend what you're going to be using your cracklings for. You just might not want all the fat that's inside. So this is how they're gonna be. It's a greasy, messy process, so make sure you have like some old clothes on so you don't get grease all over yourself, and because you're gonna be greasy doing this. But anyway, so this is the special tool I got from Croatia. And then I wasn't really happy with it because this thing kept falling and it was not as handy to use. There's probably different ways you can do it, but anyways, you can get a potato masher or whatever it is to squeeze them out. And then also when you squeeze the fat out, you're gonna store the pork cracklings in a separate jar. They can be in the cool place, in a cool room, or in your fridge, wherever you have the space for it. And this is your final product, which you can use it however you want it. Pork fat is great for using as a substitute to oil, or addition to different foods. Also, if you bake the potatoes, it's a great special taste to it. And your porklings, you can snack it, or you can add it to a different foods as well.